blowing my mind.
Why would you get honor for that? She's going on Shark Tank to ask for money.
Come on.
Hi, we're Josh and
Lisa Muccio.
we're the hosts of The Pitch, and we're also GPs of a fund.
The Pitch Fund. Our show works a lot like Shark Tank. Startup founder pitches a panel of investors.
But that's where the similarities end. We've been called the anti-Shark Tank because we show the behind the scenes of how venture deals actually get done. When a deal gets done on our show, we invest too out of our fund. It's funded by listeners. One of those deals was a company called ESAI.
And the founder, Julia, just so happened to also pitch on Shark Tank a few weeks ago. We haven't seen her pitch yet, so we're going to watch it now and see how it went.
Hi, Sharks. I'm Julia Dixon from New York City, and I'm seeking $250,000 for 5% of my company.
Wow.
He's never seen that before.
What, valuation that high?
Yeah, somebody only offering 5% of their company on that show?
It's actually a low valuation. If you're a real VC, sorry.
Advisors can help, but they also charge an average of $300 an hour and sometimes as much as $750,000 for a 4-year package.
Whoa.
So what are your options? Spend thousands of dollars for one of these elite tutors to help you, or spend countless hours going through these heavy, outdated, expensive prep books.
Whoa.
Wow. Go, Julia.
Oh my gosh, I love her.
People don't normally do that on our show.
You must have incredible sales. $250,000 for 5%.
So we just started monetizing in the last month.
Yeah.
Thanks. We've raised $1 million to date at a $5 million valuation from some of the top tech VC firms in the country. We just turned on our monetization. We're already at $70,000 in ARR, and we are literally just getting started. So the potential here is really exciting.
This is blowing my mind. Like, a $5 million valuation is so cheap, and he is complaining about it. What the heck?
Well, it's expensive for a show that's normally investing in, I don't know, widgets and pots and cans and stuff. So, but for a tech company, it's a great price.
So good.
Can you tell us a little bit about your traffic and conversion?
Sure. So in just the last month, we reached about 6 million students on TikTok completely organically. I do no paid marketing. About 60,000 of those went onto our platform. And then the conversion rate from there is about 3%.
Let me tell you, I don't know. I think this seems like a good idea. I like that you're going for Gen Z. I love all of that. There's one thing I don't like. I don't like the 1 million raise.
Well, she doesn't like it. Why? She doesn't like that the founder's able to raise money. She didn't like that other VCs heard her pitch first. Why do you not like $1 million raised? Because the price is already set and you can't lowball her? What? Why you should, and also why would you get honor for that? She's going on Shark Tank to ask for money. And you're going to complain that she raised money previously?
It bothers me. I understand it, and it seems to be something that certain people come in with. They've done a lot of raises. They have a tech idea.
Only 20% of the company
don't have
is
proof.
given away. I still own 80%.
No, I appreciate that. It's just that we don't know yet how this is going to go. So I wish you good luck, but I'm out.
How long will people stay on your platform? I don't think that's been proven at all. It's just too early without that proven. I don't really feel comfortable with the model, so I'm out.
Yeah, whatever. You don't want them as investors anyway.
Okay, so the point about how long will people stay on the platform, that's a valid question, and that came up in the pitch on our episode.
But once she has the metrics to prove that those are good metrics and the company is going to be successful, then the company is going to be valued a lot more than $5 million. So
I'll give you your 250K,
Okay.
but I'll ask for 10%.
Okay. Thank you for your offer. I think it would be very hard for my investors to hear a valuation cut in half.
Okay, so you know
And
how
I
the
would
game is
protect
played.
you in the
Right,
same
no,
way
I
I'm
understand.
protecting them.
Good answer. So
I love that he just said, you know how the game is played, which says to me that most people that come on this show do not understand how the game is played, and these sharks are playing them. Come on.
Mark's smart, though. He's done some tech deals.
That one line, you know how the game is played, it just like reveals everything about this show.
I think you've done a great job. I'm skeptical. You haven't proven the monthly model. It's not for me. I'm out.
Okay,
you
so
very
back to me.
Okay.
Wait
Okay,
a
what's your
second. I'm
counter?
still in here. I'm just listening to this. You own 80% of the company. I'll do the 250 for 10, and you don't have to really have a hard time with your investors. You just give me your stock to make the extra 5%.
No, but it still affects the overall
Yeah, it's
valuation.
still-
No, it
Kevin.
doesn't.
I hate that guy. So what he's saying is, instead of giving me preferred investor equity, like investor shares, I'll take 5% common stock
Common stock.
from you as a founder. But it's like, it still values the preferred shares she sells at a much lower valuation, which obviously is gutting to all of the other VCs that made an early bet on her. Hopefully she doesn't take that deal.
Would you do 5% with 2 advisory shares?
Make it 3, have a deal.
2.5.
Okay.
Softy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's really exciting.
You're my dream shark.
Well, I appreciate that. There's so much we can do with it. And
Yeah.
This is a great gateway to social media.
That's awesome.
That's the best possible outcome.
It is, yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like if there was a shark to get, then Mark Cuban seems like the safest one.
250K at a 5 mil cap. So he invested in the same round, even
Yeah.
though it was a year later.
Yeah, which that's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes rounds are open that long in it.
Actually, yeah. Props to Julia for going on Shark Tank and not completely screwing over every investor who invested in the company previously.
Yeah. Well done.
The question is, like, did it actually go through after the fact? Because a lot of those deals don't. We can ask Julia, but she might not be legally allowed to tell us.
It's interesting. Like, you definitely see the contrast between the, like, how pitches normally happen and then how they happen for, a television show. It highlights to me how dramatic and how reality TV-esque it is.
More book ripping. It was nice to see them actually have a real tech company on Shark Tank. They should consider doing that more.
They wouldn't like that they'd already raised money, apparently.
Oh yeah, every time. You raised additional money? We're not the only investors you've spoken to?
I mean, like that's literally the world of venture and startups. It's like people have raised money, then they go raise money again, then they go raise money again. Nobody has a problem with the previous raised money.
I guess it's telling that like everything they see on their show is people that have never raised money before.
Yeah, that's why they're taking advantage of all of them.
That's bonkers.